I feel like we have enough intellectuals. Like social media is the new news channel for us. Like we're all contributing our voices. If artists use their music to speak on it, it's cool. But I don't expect, because I also feel like once you step into those waters too, and you position yourself as somebody who is like intellectually you're up there, politically you're up there, it sets a precedent, and then people start to expect that from you every time.
No, you don't have to. The Burna Boy did it.
I think so.
He did it when he needed to do it.
And he's still, to this day, people are still on his ass about that shit.
Because you are quiet when it is the loudest. When it got worse, you ask when you're.
And that's what I'm
quiet.
saying. So
that's crazy,
if you start, that's why I said if you start in that part, like you have to finish what it is that you start. So you have to continue. If you're going to set yourself apart like that, the expectation will be when shit gets hard, you cannot keep quiet for whatever fucking reason.
You're too established to be worried about that.
I'm not worried about it.
No, I'm talking about like the guys.
You know what I'm saying?
If we're talking about Burna them and those ones, they're too established. I understand some
Burna was on some fake shit. I'm not even talking about him. Burna Boy went on Sway and was saying Sway asked him like, yo, with all these
he said it before.
Yeah, like all this blood diamond shit. So obviously we knew
I don't get angry, bro. I don't get angry. I mean, told me that shit. I didn't believe it.
I'm just saying, like, if you position yourself like that one is either the fans start expecting that of you, or two, you feel the need like I have to be this person constantly. I'll give you an example. Ycee with the Olodo Uprising thing. I'm sure you've seen that.
I've seen that.
He was on the Afropolitan podcast. Shout out to Ycee and his wife. I would say her name if I knew what it was. I'm not saying
no, it's okay. It's better than his wife.
Yeah. And he was talking about an Olodo Uprising. He used Peller as an example. Okay. Peller is the streamer, young streamer. He barely speaks English, but he has, like, I think he has the largest following as far as Nigerian streamers are concerned. And so I think Ycee was trying to say that he said there's an attack on the education system. That is true.
I see both sides.
Yeah, that part is true. But at the same time, it's like, okay, so since then, Ycee has been on his Twitter and he's making more tweets in line with that sentiment.
It's out right now.
So Gilmore just put out, you know Gilmore, right? The skit maker.
So, yeah.
Gilmore just did a skit, kind of making mockery of the Akara and Kuli Kuli thing.
Okay. And
then Ycee was now like, Ycee said something like everything. She said something along the lines of everything is funny to a nation of fools or something. He didn't. That's not exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines. So people are like, yo, but like it's like you're taking this thing too far.
So far,
like,
right?
Like yeah, okay, like people are like people are like it's satirical. Like,
you had a good take before. So now you're doing,
and so now it has become a whole. So people are like, yo, this is satire, and then he's like, how is it? Let me pull it up so that I can reference this thing.
Okay.
Properly.
I think Ycee when he said what he said was fine at first. But I understand where he was coming from. Also, he came from our generation too, so we were raised like that. But the other generation that came afterwards, there's literally Jarvis, not Jarvis, Beller's girlfriend came in and said, she said, me that have the green call. Right. What am I going to do with that? What is the point of having something that there's nothing that comes afterwards? So if my entertaining brings food to my table and people are actually consuming that, I mean, I can start making a Twitch about like educational, informational stuff. Without one bring food to my table.
Nobody's watching that shit.
No one watching that shit, bro. Like so.
So Gilmore posted the skits. The caption was "Sell Akara and get rich" with laughing emojis. So Ycee commented on it, was like, a nation of fools will always have something to laugh about. And somebody said, well, it's obvious satire. Are you a part of the very movement you preach against? Then he said, to all of you yelling satire, the entire idea of satire as a literary device is to use humor or be entertaining while also criticizing and exposing the issue at the base of the content.
Okay.
Portraying Akara selling as a lucrative business where you're taking payments in Solana and ETH, patronizing Polanco and shopping at high fashion, etc. Where is the said satire that you are all screaming? And that is why Ycee said that. It's like, Ycee, obviously, it's satirical.
It is satirical.
Because you cannot use Akara and Kuli Kuli money to buy high fashion.
Let's break down. What is he talking about? I'm confused by what was the diagram for? No, I don't like when people do shit like that.
Great question.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. And that's what I'm saying. I think Ycee is now feeling like he has to be the guy that is now like the voice of the streets. I think people gassed him up based on, and don't get, there's truth to what he was saying.
Yes, which was
but however, I don't agree wholly with all the initial Olodo Uprising thing. I don't agree like entirely.
It's
with
not
it.
the most part educated. Just don't have the opportunity to use their.
And it was great because one, he didn't coin that phrase. Somebody else did, but he's the most popular person that used it. Okay. So it was like a very good moment for him. He just dropped an album like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
that's
why I still want to.
So it's good for him, but I think he's also buying into the hype and he's getting a little bit lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
But you need to come out of the sauce. Yeah, come out of the sauce.
Too much sauce, too much juice.
You need to.
You have too much dip on your chip, brother.
You will do too much that people know.
You will do too much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, that is satire. If somebody makes a skit where he's like acting like, oh, like selling Akara is luxurious and he can use it to buy designer brands, he's obviously making fun of the fact that the president's wife said what it is that she said. He doesn't have to now do a disclaimer at the end and say, oh, this is in response to this in government do better. I feel like if you get it, you get it.
Okay.
It's not different if you now have to sit people down and explain it to them.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, Ycee, don't take yourself too seriously. But on the other hand, I'm also like, maybe part of the problem is that we are able to make mockery of everything that happens to us as Nigerians.
We've always done that.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe that is the problem.
That is the problem.
Maybe it is that we need to do a different approach. So on one hand, I get it, like, Ycee, it comes off like you're doing too much. But maybe historically, the reason why we're where we're at is because niggas are not doing enough of this shit. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe kill the fun and watch the party die and maybe everybody will focus. Maybe these videos, even though we don't know it, are part of the coping mechanism for the daily bullshit that we go through because of the government. If you find a reason to laugh, that is human. That's pain management. That's hunger management.
Okay.
So maybe Ycee has a point here. Even though I don't know, arguing that's not satire is crazy. It is. It's satirical.
Sorry, it's not even,
so let's not even get into that whole thing.
I don't understand what you're
now,
saying.
if you're saying, hey, it's not time for this, like let's not laugh about this shit, that's a whole completely different conversation. So I see it from both sides in this case, both with the interview and with this tweet, where I'm like, yeah, maybe we have gotten too comfortable just laughing at everything.
It goes into what we were talking about before in terms of like artists actually like using their platform to speak up on what is going on in real time. Yeah. This is a form of that speaking up, but it's good to recognize because now you're not attacking you're not really attacking the problem. You are attacking the people that is being affected. The
symptoms of the problem.
When there's like serious like struggles or like
I get that.
People look for escapes, and their escape is the distraction that we currently have. Peller,
right?
Them, what's the other one? The other one that the bald guy. Him, all of them. Yeah. That's the escape, that's the outlets. Yeah. So when people are like Kataife, yeah. So when people are doing that, you can't. Are you causing people that they'll go and protest, they'll get shot? Like
right. Plus, Ycee, you say this thing like you went on Cool FM the other day and you were trying to clarify that you have nothing against streamers and content creators, but now it's starting to sound like you're specifically targeting them. So Gilmore puts out a skit, you have something to say about that. When you're talking in your interview, you could have spoken generally, fine, you wanted to use Peller's name, you have every right to do that. But one, the conversation got lost in it, but two, you make it seem like you're targeting the guy. So now it seems like you have something against these niggas. And it's also funny because you were on Kataife's this thing, like right after that Afropolitan interview.
Yeah,
and a lot of people would argue that Kataife is probably like the head boy of the Olodo Uprising of the public.
So I think what differentiates Kataife is that Kataife is, for me, it reminds me, he's a Nigerian guy. It's a perfect example of what a Nigerian guy should look like, where it's like, that is his entire platform or skit is an, I like put it, honestly, it's an act, but it's a show. It's giving people a show. And he knows how to stoke drama and keep it running. Compared to Peller, where it's like, Peller is the same as well too, but it's not as defined as Kataife. That's how I see it. But for me, it's just like you can see what Ycee is trying to say.
I get what you're saying.
And no, it's not straight on you, Peller. I feel like you're doing good for your own self.
Right.
But like I can see what he's trying to say because just Peller being himself, like be someone that you'll be like, oh, this, and people are watching him too. Compared to Kataife, you know that you expect absolute madness when you go up on that stream. Mm-hmm. So I think that idea.
So even though you're making that defense, or like you're highlighting the difference between them, at least from your point of view, there are people that will look at Kataife and be like, no, you're like one of the worst, like you're a fucking joke, right? There are people that will look at that and be like, you're constantly putting yourself in humiliating positions, like just for content and funnies.
But that's
and
the entire skit though.
Right, but it's this thing. But to a lot of people, it's still cringe. It is it's very cringe. And then the same way some people look at Peller and be like, there are people that will be like, we understand him. You don't have to be this and this, but we like the content. I'm sure there are people that can make reasons. They can give you reasons why they enjoy.
No, for
Peller's
me, it shows.
as well.
Whatever you want to give me, I don't give a fuck. It shows versatility. We have options in Nigeria. We have Enzo, we have Shank, Peller, and you have Kataife. Those are all 4 different types of content that you can actually pick from. We also have Larry as well too that you can pick from.
Although I think Enzo and what's his name are a little bit more similar, but I get what.
Him and Shank, that's how they complement themselves. Like you shouldn't do. But you get what I'm saying, right? If you want to go for the craziness, you go to Kata. If you want to go for like, I just want to laugh, I want to like dumb shit, you go to Peller. Right. If you want to see like real time, like fun, like guys just living like vlogging stream type situation, and you go to those other 3 guys I mentioned.
Right.
I shanked them.
Right.
So I think there's options to it. If you can criticize Kataife for his working, he is the biggest numbered stream from our Twitch in Nigeria, I think.
Oh, he is? More than Peller?
It's him and Peller. I think it's between him and Peller. I don't know. I think on Twitch he does more. Or is it Jarvis? I think it might be Jarvis though. I think Jarvis might be
I don't know. I don't watch any of these people, to be very honest with you.
I check him out every now and then. They're fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't watch any of them. But Ycee did try to clarify his comments.
Okay, that's what he
said. Quite famous recently, Olodo Uprising and stuff.
I was looking at, okay, how long? Okay, let's say 25 minutes into the interview. We now said 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 25 minutes before the Olodo Uprising.
I'm sure like you were just speaking and
but you know the funny thing is like, I literally recorded that interview, and at night I went on Katafe's stream.
Oh, so it's the same?
So it's like, it's not even a thing where I have anything against like streamers or like, TikTok personalities or whatever anybody is doing. Okay. But I just felt like I was having a conversation with this crazy that we're literally the same, sequence we're having in this conversation is the same way it was on the pod. We're talking about like lyrical content and how people have had to dumb down their lyrics. And I was just, alluding to the Olodo Uprising, which was
pause.
calling anybody an Olodo. I'm literally...
Too much juice, too much sauce.
What
is the most critical? What was critical in that lyrics? What do you mean by people that? I'm not even clear. I'm just being like, you're making comments. What is the most lyrical thing that you've put out?
Daddy? I don't is he a chairman or is he an allergy?
Talking about
come on now, Ycee.
Ignorance and unintelligence, which is not limited to your educational status or whatever. Unintelligence and ignorance is just being rewarded across the board. People are having to shrink themselves.
I think that's an ignorant comment, though,
because they don't want
unintelligent
people or ignorant people to feel offended.
I think it's offensive what you said because you're saying unintelligence is being rewarded. No, it takes intelligence, it takes a different kind of people to captivate that audience and keep them watching that
Because unfortunately, in the context of Nigeria, people associate intelligence with book smarts. So if it's not academia, which is a very big shortcoming, which is it's part of the downfall of the emphasis on education in Nigeria, because there is no emphasis on being well-rounded. It's a very, very fixed notion and view of what excellence is, of what intelligence is, and that is why so many Nigerians, especially in politics, are morally bankrupt.
Yes,
because there is no emphasis on common sense. Emotional intelligence, things like that. They don't tell you that intelligence comes in different ways. If as a skit maker, you know how to take people up here and make them laugh, and then you also know how to bring them through highs and lows, like sadness, laugh, these different layers in your skits. That shows emotional intelligence.
You understand
human, you understand psychology, you understand human nature, you understand communication.
Exactly.
It is a different type than the one that will open book and be giving you all these complicated words and all this other shit. Professor Patrick, waiting, that one that will just be doing they'll just be blowing words for no fucking reason. Man, there are different levels to this shit. Don't shit on people because you don't view what they're doing as academic.
Like that's for me, that's small-minded.
Just because it's not by the book doesn't listen. And this thing you're saying is not anything new. Throughout the history of the fucking world, there are the intellectuals, right? Even in Plato's time, all of them, all those people that were trying to figure out what shape does the earth have and all of that. But you still had the people that the rich people like sponsored, right? The artists who their own was just to paint things, or the comedians or the actors. for the entertainment purposes. You can have both things. Let's not do this thing where you want to come and now like override the entire like entertainment. So because if you like that, you have to be giving us lyrical miracle raps. Then
Constantly,
you need to be on your
you need
to get on your J electronica shit. You cannot be giving us swag. No, you cannot be sweet. Like these are a generation of rappers that grew up on Lil Wayne.
Bro, this album needs to be bomb. I need to hear like straight bangers.
On the next episode, we will talk about the album. We will talk about the album and do a follow-up to this
like straight like rap, like.
But you guys grew up
on Tundras.
We all grew up on Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was not really talking about any society. Like here and there, you might sprinkle it, but Lil Wayne was not your go-to guy. You knew who you wanted to go to. You would go to a electronica. Sometimes you might go to a big crate, or you might go to Talib Kweli. Like you knew who you wanted to hear some of these things from. That didn't mean that Lil Wayne was not one of the best. His wordplay was fucking brilliant. He can give you double, triple entendres, and you'll be like, wait,
we're still figuring that shit out right now, bro.
And like Lil Wayne will not be talking about anything like crazy or academic. He will be talking about like, I don't know, eating pussy or something. But the way you say it, he's like one like random by, you'll be like, oh, you just say some random shit, like you just be like, no, not a pussy bra, but you be like, oh, they're in trouble, we gonna bubble like bear foam. Like you just be like, oh shit, like who thinks of that in a like it doesn't have to be some like crazy concept to be mind blowing.
Maybe bro, because we were still like
okay.
That's all I said. And then we segued into Peller culture. And now everybody's like, oh, why is he called Peller and Olodo? He himself come out and say, oh, I'm not on Olodo. I don't care about any of these things. I said what I said. And there's people saying I shouldn't have called his name. He who must not be named. Voldemort. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, nah, man, come on, man.
I know, because I think he just lost a whole fan base now, because Peller, like when Peller is streaming on TikTok, right? Just jump on it. Average 22K,
right?
30K average,
right?
What you see normally in some big streamers is like 1K, 2K. You know, celebrities that you see them with 16K, he got average 22K on a slow day for him. Yeah, and that's Peller. Yeah. You just lost. You're about to drop album. You just lost.
You already dropped it. It's out.
Well, people hate listen. People hate listen. I mean, you might get streams, but you need to like you're doubling, you're tripling down and talking shit still.
Then there's more.
You need to like calm down. Go on Peller's stream, talk to him. You know, do PR maintaining.
Right.
Bro.
That is not information that I shared with people all the time. You know, like. You know, you guys also bring out the side of me that I don't really want, because I've just been very, very civil about the whole thing. Like a lot has been said about me within the last 5-6 days, and I've just been, people are even coming out to drag me that I dropped out of uni. Like that is not information that I share with people all the time. So me dropping out of uni is a question to my own level of intelligence. I don't even feel like I'm the smartest guy out there. I'm just a cool guy. And everybody just took it out of context, and it's even worse.
You wasn't taking it out of context because you're doubling and tripling down. Now, what are you talking about?
That are coming out to either defend or try to take jabs at what it is that I was saying, and everybody's just missing the whole point entirely.
So what's the point?
And at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with me.
No, he had a point before, but he lost the point because he doubled and tripled down on the points.
I don't even want to just.
Because just came in and said
intelligence as a marker.
Okay.
My call is to people that mean well. Like if you're tired of like the brain rot content that you feel people are consuming, then by all means, throw your hat into the.
But people are consuming that. They're not forcing people to.
I was speaking to Ycee, Moni, OC Suave. I was like, there's no reason why you guys cannot be streamers as well, because it's like we need that presence of.
But what if they can't? Streaming is the arts now. That's a different.
Because it's like everybody's saying. But all the like, if you want to stream like this, these are.
Could you hit pause on that real quick? No vex. Streaming is a art. Is a art. Making skits and streaming are not the same thing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I like you said, Ycee, you kind of had a point, but you don't shalayi too much, and so it's like you don't have a point.
No,
you're not really. It's like you're trying to double down on some. I said what I said, shit, but you're not really saying shit. You're not saying anything. You're not, and honestly, it's not kind of seeming like you're not saying anything intelligent. Because again, let's not sit here and act like there's only one way to be entertaining.
Yes.
So it's like he's trying to say, oh, if you're not being educational. He's talking about cultural custodians becoming streamers. Is it that easy? If it's that easy, everybody go to do them. If it's that easy, everybody go to do them. Most people are not streaming so that they can learn something. People want a fucking break. Imagine you're still in school, you're in uni, you're in secondary school, you go do that one, then your parents will pay for extra lesson. Then if you can't quaff, then you can't do remedial during the summer, right? Then you come on social media and you're seeing the situation of the country, and then you're feeling it at home, and you're seeing it affect your neighbors, you're seeing it on the streets, you're seeing beggars, and then you now come, and when you want to cool down
your outlets,
they will now tell you that when you go on Twitch,
you go watch Professor,
like go and watch Professor so and so, or this one that is teaching you about who the fuck, like why?
Jesus
why? Then
Christ.
you turn around and ask yourself why niggas are so suicidal. Why do men not live as long as we? Because, like, why the fuck? Why? Why do I need that constant reminder? So you sit here and tell me when I want to bump some music and relax more on my commute, I also have to be listening to like politically conscious music every time so that I'll not be termed as an Olodo. Bro. If you are awake 24/7, when are you going to sleep?
Bro, let's not tell this guy matter. I beg. Like, let's know.
No, I'm saying it because it sparked a longer conversation than I expected. I saw people being very, very defensive. I'm like, you people are so insecure. Why are you feeling the need to set yourself as part of the people that are not part of Olodo Republic, the Olodo Uprising? Why do you feel the need to defend yourself because of Ycee? This guy went on a break on a hiatus for 4 years and he just popped up with an album. Why do you care when do you make any life choices and you say, what would Ycee do?
Ycee?
I'm just saying, you can speak on one, but people don't know how to walk and chew gum. You can be intellectual and still enjoy comedy. If that's the case, that means I cannot be in Nigeria and go to a comedy show.
Excuse me, man.
Since nothing is supposed to be funny.
Let's not
do that.
You get it, Abby.
You can study, you can be aware, and you can still enjoy it.
You get it, Abby. You know
1,000%.
I get it.
This is for our listeners mostly.
Yes.
This is for our listeners.
And then for them.
Don't let these niggas be the. See, I don't even watch, but you will never catch me watching that nigga shit. But I will not sit here and tell you guys that. No, I won't sit here and tell you that you're stupid for watching.
Yeah, I would never.
Are there things that I
crazy.
see? I see people watching AI content and I roll my eyes like, this is what you find entertaining.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to go there and knock the phone out of your hand and be like, Olodo. Like, no, you enjoy what you enjoy. It is what it is. Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah. Personally, when Peller them are doing okay.
And then when you call Peller's name, don't act like you don't understand why.
He shall not be named.
Right.
That was very specific.
It was very specific. You called one nigga's name. You think that nigga doesn't have a right to be upset? He has every right to be upset because you called him specifically.
I know she was going viral too. Like, come on now.
And then you put he came right after the Olodo Uprising thing. So you are basically saying like he's at the head of that.
Yeah, you're saying that he literally is the.
You are the reason why the conversation has been derailed. You are the reason why there's any misunderstanding.
Ycee, this is what he should have just done. He just came and said, "Hey, look, I'm so sorry, man. I mean, I was just talking. that was dumb of me. Hey, Peller, I really rock with you. Let's something. We'll just talk about it. You know,
let's talk about it.
It was a bigger problem I was talking to, and I put to just think about you first. I'm not trying to put you on that platform. I understand that you do something very specific, and that's your audience that you have to feed to.
Right.
Keep it pushing.
But he's not,
because
of the people that are gassing him up. He's doubling down, but his point doesn't really have much substance to it. Like, why didn't you address Jarvis's points? Where she said, because she made as much as you don't rate these people,
she made a very good point.
As much as you think the shit she does is goofy and it's weird, she made a very great point. She's like, I have a degree. People are out here, there are people in Nigeria riding Okada. They're driving Okada and they have PhD. Like, can we be
my government teacher, when I was in Nigeria, then my government teacher, it was government teacher and he was right, he rode Okada on the side.
Thank you. We're not even talking about Uber now.
Library.
We're not even talking about Uber. You have people that are riding motorcycles, delivering food and picking people up that have PhDs in Nigeria. What is staying away from Twitch and Peller doing for them? Answer me that. If you're going to indulge in this conversation, then take it all the way. Don't start something that you cannot finish. And you are treading that because now you have to be the nigga that is making the enlightening raps every time. So, like you said, if you listen to the album and we hear some other shit on there,
bro, let's not.
We got questions.
Just giving this guy like good like 15 minutes. Let's not even.
Has it been that long?
Acceptable and trendy.
Okay.
By all means,
well,
yes.
but I think everybody gets it at this point. I think we've made the point.
Yeah.
Enjoy what it is that you enjoy, but at the same time, keep yourself informed. Especially when you are living in Nigeria, you know what is at stake. I don't think that listening or watching Peller and any other person that you enjoy, Gilmore, stops you from getting your PVC.
Yeah,
doesn't stop you from. It's not because of them that you sell bag of rice for your vote.
Yeah.
Maybe you collect bag of rice for your vote. So let's. There's no one way to be intelligent or to express intelligence, and I think that's part of the Nigerian problem overall.